Hello everyone, this is Vivek. In this video, we are going to learn base method of division. The base method is very helpful when we need to divide very big numbers. That is, when the divisors and the dividends are very huge. By using this method, we can save time and lot of calculation. And it is also much easier when compared to the regular division. Initially, we will begin with very simple examples to understand the method, and then we will take up division of big numbers. In regular method of division, we represent the divisor, dividend, quotient and remainder in this way. For example, let's say we need to divide 29 by 3. Here 3 is the divisor, 29 is the dividend, 9 is the quotient and 2 is the remainder. Now coming to the base method, we represent the elements of division in this way. The dividend is split into two parts, left hand side and right hand side. And after the process of division, we get quotient on the left hand side and remainder on the right hand side. I will explain what is base and difference. This is little similar to the base method for multiplication that I have discussed in my previous video. Actually, we need not prepare a table like this, but I prepared this table so that you can understand the concept better. Here the base number refers to numbers which are powers of 10, that is 10, 100, 1000, etc. We should consider the base number which is closer to the divisor. For example, let's say 9 is the divisor. We need to consider the base as 10. Or another example, 87 is the divisor. 87 is close to 100. So we should consider 100 as the base number. Another example, 112. This number is also closer to 100. Therefore, we should consider 100 as the base. Now let's discuss case 1 with an example. Let's say I need to divide 703 divided by 99. Here you can see that 99, which is the divisor, is close to 100. So therefore, the base number will become 100. Now here I will write divisor, which is 99. Difference is 100 minus 99, which is 1. But I should not write 1 here. I should write 0, 1. Here we should remember that the difference should have same number of digits as there are number of zeros in the base. Here base has 2 zeros. So therefore the difference should be written in 2 digits. So I should not write 1 here. I should write 0, 1. Now step number 2, the dividend has to be divided into two parts, left hand side and right hand side. Now if you observe that the base is having 2 zeros, therefore these two digits should be written on the right hand side, that is 0, 3 should be written on the right hand side and the remaining digit, that is 7, should be written on the left hand side. Next, step number 3, this first digit on the left hand side, that is 7, it has to be brought down and then we have to write the 7 here. Now we need to multiply 7 with the difference. Whatever numbers we get on the left hand side should be multiplied with the difference. So first put a cross mark below 7. Now 7, 0 is 0. 7 into 1 is 7. Write that 0, 7 on the right hand side below 0, 3. Now add these two numbers. 7 plus 3 is 10, 0, 1 carry over. 1 plus 0 is 1. And that's it. We got the answers. The quotient is 7 and the remainder is 10. Simple, isn't it? Now let's take another example. 817 divided by 95. Here again, this 95 is closer to 100. Therefore, the base is going to be 100. And near the divisor, I will write here 95. Now the difference is 100 minus 95 will give us 5. But we should not write 5 here. We should write 0, 5. Next, the dividend is having 3 digits, 817. The base is having 2 zeros. Therefore, we should pick up these 2 digits, 17, and write on the right hand side. And the remaining digit, that is 8, we have to write on the left hand side. Now next step, pick up this 8 and then write it down here. Now multiply this 8 with the 0, 5. So put a cross mark here. Now 0, 5 multiplied by 8. 8 5 is 40. So we write 40. So write 40 here. Now add up these two numbers. 7 plus 0 is 7. 4 plus 1 is 5. That's it. So when we divide 817 with 95, we get quotient as 8 and remainder as 57. That's it. Let's take another example. 30307 divided by 8996. Now the divisor is having 4 digits. So what is the number which is closer to 8996? It is definitely 10,000, isn't it? So that is the base number. So let me write the base number here, 10,000. Now I'll write the divisor here, that is 8,996. So 10,000 minus 896, we will get 1004. That is the difference. Now the dividend is having 4 digits, 30307, and the base is having 4 zeros. So for these 4 digits, we have to write on the right hand side, 0307, and the remaining digit we have to write on the left hand side. Next step, the number 3 which is there on the left hand side, we have to bring it down and write it here, 3. Now we have to multiply 3 with this difference. So 1004 multiplied by 3. 3 fours is 12, 0, 3 ones is 3. Now put a cross mark below 3 and then write the product of 1004 into 3, that is 3012. Now add these two numbers. 7 plus 2 is 9, 1 plus 0 1, 3 plus 0 3, 0 plus 3 3. So when we divide 30,307 divided by 8,996, we get quotient as 3 and remainder as 3,319. Let's take another example now. 2311111 divided by 99980. Now pause the video, apply the technique and find the quotient and remainder on your own. Start. Done? Okay, let's check the answer. Here the divisor is having 5 digits. So therefore the base will be 1,0,0,0,0. That is 1 lakh. So I will write here 1,0,0,0,0,0. Now I will write the divisor here 99980, and here the difference would be 20. But because the base is having 5 zeros, so the difference also should have 5 digits. So I'll put zeros here, 0, 0, 0, 2, 0. So 5 digits. Now the dividend is having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 digits. Base is having 5 zeros. So these 5 digits I have to write it on the right hand side, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, and 23, remaining 23 we have to write it on the left hand side. Next step, here you can see that the left hand side is having 2 digits now. So first what we need to do, this first digit, that is 2, we have to bring it down and then place it here. Now we need to multiply this 2 with this difference, that is 0, 0, 0, 2, 0. So first put a cross mark under the 2. Now write the product of 2 into 0, 0, 0, 2, 0 here. So we get 0, 0, 0, 2 2s is 4, 2 zeros is 0, and remaining number here just put 0. After doing this, immediately we should not add now. First we should add these two numbers, that is 3 plus 0. 3 plus 0 is 3. Now again multiply this 3 with the difference 0, 0, 0, 2, 0. Now put 2 cross marks here under 2 and under 3, and multiplying 3 with 0, 0, 0, 2, 0, we get 0, 0, 0, 3 2s is 6, 3 zeros are 0. So whatever numbers are there on the left hand side, we have to multiply each digit with the difference. So first we multiplied with 2 and then we wrote the answer here. Next we multiplied with 3 and then wrote the answer here. Now we should add these 3 numbers. So here we have 1, 6 plus 1, 7, 4 plus 1, 5, 1, 1. That's it. So quotient is 23 and then remainder is 11,571. That's it. Now let us discuss case 2 with carryovers. So example, let's say I need to divide 110302 divided by 896. So what is the base here? 1000, that is 1000. So write the base here 1000. Write the divisor, that is 896. Now 1000 minus 896 we get 104. Now the dividend is having 6 digits and the base is having 3 zeros. So therefore we have to write 3 digits on the right hand side. That is 302 on the right hand side and remaining 110 on the left hand side. Now next step, bring this 1 to the bottom. That is first 1 right here. Next multiply 1 with 104. So put a cross mark below 1. Now 1 into 104 is 104. Remaining just put 0, 0, 0. Next two digits we have to add. So these digits we have to add. 1 plus 1 we have to add. So 1 plus 1 is 2. Write it here. Now again multiply this digit 2 with 104. So put 2 cross marks here below 1 and this below 1. Next 2 into 104 is 208. Next another one, just put 0 here. Now next step is add these 3 digits 0, 0 and 2. So 0 plus 0 plus 2 is 2. Write the 2 here. Now again multiply this 2 with 104. Now put 3 cross marks here. 1, 2, 3. Now 2 into 104 is again 208. Now add these 4 numbers. So 8 plus 2 is 10, 0, 1 carry. 8 plus 1 is 9, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 990. Here you can observe that this remainder 990 is greater than the divisor 896. That means it is still divisible. 990 goes only once with 896. So now 896 into 1. So put plus 1 here near the quotient. Okay. So this becomes 123. That is a quotient. And coming to the remainder, 896 into 1 is 896. So this you subtract from here. So here you get 94 as the remainder. So quotient is 123 and remainder is 94. Let's take another example to understand this better. 40001 divided by 88. Now here 88 is having 2 digits. So therefore the base will be 100. 88 is closer to 100. Next write the divisor here 88. 100 minus 88 will give us 12. That is the difference. Now base is having 2 zeros. So therefore these 2 digits, that is 0, 1, we have to write it on the right hand side. And the remaining numbers, that is 400, has to be written on the left hand side. Now next step. So first we bring this 4 down. Now multiply 4 with 12. Put a cross mark under 4. 12 4 is 48. So write 48, 4, 8. Next put zeros. Now next step is add these 2 numbers. That is 4 and 0, which is 4 again. Now multiply 4 with 12 again. Put 2 cross marks here. 12 4 is 48. So 4, 8. Remaining just put 0. Now again add these 3 numbers. So 8 plus 4 is 12. But we should not write 12 here. We should write 2 and then 1 is carried over and then added to the next number, that is 4. So here the quotient becomes 452. Now next, while multiplying with the difference, we have to multiply both this 12 with this 12. So don't make the mistake of multiplying only with the 2. We have to multiply with the 12 with the difference. So 12 is 144. So put 3 cross marks. Now 12 into 12 is 144. Write 144 like this. Now add all these numbers. So 4 plus 1 is 5. 8 plus 4 is 12. 1 carry over. 1 plus 1 is 2. Now you observe that this 225, which is the remainder, is still greater than 88. That means 225 is still divisible by 88. Now 88 into 2 will give us 176 and 88 into 3 will give us 264. 264 is greater than 225. So therefore 88 into 2 only we have to consider. So here again I am writing this remainder 225. Now 88 into 2. So this 2 should be added to the quotient here. Okay. So this becomes 454. Now 88 into 2 will get 176. So write 176 here, which has to be subtracted from 225. So 225 minus 176 will get 49. So quotient is 454 and remainder is 49. Now we will discuss case 3, where divisor is greater than the base. In the previous examples we have seen that the divisor is less than the base. For example, a divisor is 88. Its base would be 100, where 88 is less than 100. But here we are going to take up some examples where the divisor is greater than the base. Then there would be a slight modification in the method. First example, let's say that we need to divide 113,968 with 1022. Here you can observe that 1022 is closer to 1000. So therefore the base would be 1000. 1000 is the base. Now I will write the divisor 1022. Here the divisor 1022 is greater than the base. So when we subtract 1000 minus 1022, we get the difference as minus 22, isn't it? But here we should not write this as minus 22. Rather we should write this as 0, minus 2, minus 2. Because the number of digits in the difference should be equal to number of zeros of the base, isn't it? So therefore we should write it as 0, minus 2, minus 2. Now the base is having 3 zeros. Therefore 3 of the digits of the dividend we have to write it on the right hand side. So left hand side we have 113 and right hand side we have 968. Now in the left hand side, because we have 3 digits here, so I will give space for 3 lines, 1, 2, 3. So here I will draw the line. Now getting the first digit here, 1, let me put a cross mark below that. Now this 1 has to be multiplied with 0, minus 2, minus 2 individually. So here you have to be very careful. We have to multiply this 1 with each digit in the difference. So 1 into 0 is 0. 1 into minus 2 is minus 2. Put it in brackets so that there is no confusion. Next 1 into minus 2 is again minus 2. Remaining things we just have to put 0. Next we need to add these two numbers, 1 plus 0. So 1 plus 0 is 1. Now again multiplying this 1 with each of the digits in the difference. Now again 2 cross marks. 1 into 0 is 0. 1 into minus 2 is again minus 2. 1 into minus 2 is again minus 2. Next 0. Now we need to add these two numbers, that is 3 minus 2. 3 minus 2 we get here 1. Now again multiplying this 1 with each of the digits in the difference. So now putting 3 cross marks, 1, 2, 3. So 1 into 0, 0. 1 into minus 2, minus 2. 1 into minus 2, minus 2. Now add the numbers in the right hand side. 8 minus 2 will give us 6. 6 minus 4 will give us 2. 9 minus 4 will give us 5. So the quotient is 111 and the remainder is 526. That's it. Let's take another example. 110898 divided by 1321. Now here again 1321, which is the divisor, is closer to 1000 only. So therefore again base will be 1000. 1, 0, 0, 0. Next let me write the divisor 1321. Now 1000 minus 1321 will give us minus 321, but we should write it as minus 3, minus 2, minus 1. This is how we should write. Now coming to the dividend, base has 3 zeros, so therefore these 3 digits 8, 9, 8 should be written on the right hand side. So here I will write 8, 9, 8. remaining numbers 1, 1, 0 on the left hand side. Now again left hand side we have 3 digits, so I will leave 3 lines and draw a line. Now taking the first digit down, so 1, put a cross mark. Now multiplying this 1 with all the 3 digits. So 1 into minus 3 is minus 3, 1 into minus 2 minus 2, 1 into minus 1 minus 1, 0, 0. Now we need to add these two numbers. So 1 minus 3 is minus 2, put it in the bracket. Now again multiplying minus 2 with each of these digits in the difference. Now first let me put the cross marks. Now minus 2 into minus 3 is going to be plus 6. Minus 2 into minus 2 is plus 4. Minus 2 into minus 1 is plus 2. Remaining 0. Now we need to add these 3 digits. That is 0 minus 2 plus 6. We get 4. Now we need to multiply plus 4 with all these 3 digits. First putting 3 cross marks here. 4 into minus 3 is minus 12. Minus 12 right here only and put the brackets. Next 4 into minus 2 is minus 8. Right and put the brackets. 4 into minus 1 minus 4. Put the brackets. Now add the numbers on the right hand side. 8 minus 4 will give us 4. 9 plus 2 11. 11 minus 8 will give us 3. Next 8 plus 4 is 12. Plus 12 minus 12 gets cancelled. We have minus 1 here. Now here you can see that both on the left hand side and on the right hand side, some digits are positive and some digits we got negative. What should we do in this case is that on the left hand side we have 1, minus 2 and 4. The way we should add this is 100 minus 20 plus 4. This is how we should add. So this is going to be 100 minus 20 is 80. 80 plus 4 is 84. So on the left hand side we are getting here 84. Again on the right hand side we have minus 1, 3 and 4. The way we should write this is minus 100 plus 30 plus 4. So minus 100 plus 30 will give us minus 70. Minus 70 plus 4 will give us 66. Minus 66. So this is going to be minus 66 on the right hand side. Here we should remember that there should not be any negative numbers either on the left hand side or on the right hand side. So here left hand side we got 84. On the right hand side we got minus 66. So here the process is that on the left hand side remove 1, that is minus 1. So from the quotient you are removing 1. So minus 84 minus 1. And on the right hand side we have to add the divisor, that is 1321. So with this we get on the left hand side 84 minus 1 is 83. And right hand side 1321 minus 66 will give us 1255. Here we got both the quotient and remainder positive. And the remainder 1255 is less than the divisor, which is 1321. So therefore here we can stop the process. Whenever we get remainder as negative, it means that we got a higher value of quotient. If we multiply quotient with the divisor, we get a number greater than the dividend. Therefore, we have to go backwards. That is, subtract minus 1 from the quotient and add the divisor to the remainder. So the answer is quotient is 83 and remainder is 1255. Here I am purposefully taking time to explain slowly so that you understand the concept. But actually by practice you can calculate faster than regular division. Now let's take another last example, that is 8159 divided by 114. So I would like you to pause the video for a while and try it on your own using base method. Done? Let's check the answer. Now 114 is closer to 100, so base is going to be 100, and I'll write the divisor here 114, and difference is going to be minus 1 minus 4. 2 zeros in the base, 2 digits in the difference. Now because two zeros are there in the base, so two digits, that is 59 is going to be on the right hand side and 81 is going to be on the left hand side. Next, on the left hand side there are two digits. I will leave two spaces and then draw a line. Next, bring down 8. Now multiplying 8 with -1 and -4. So 8 into -1 is -8. 8 into -4 is -32. And next is 0. Next we need to add these two numbers, 1 minus 8. So 1 minus 8 is -7. -7, put it in the brackets. Now multiplying -7 with -1 and -4. -1 into -7 will give us +7. -4 into -7 will give us +28. Now adding the numbers on the right hand side, 9 plus 28 will give us 37. 7 here, 3 is carried over. Now 3 plus 5 minus 32 plus 7 will give us -17. Put them in bracket. Now again, both on the left hand side and right hand side, one digit is positive, other digit is negative. So as I explained earlier, this 8 and -7 should be written as 80 minus 7. So this is going to be 73. So on the left hand side you have 73. On the right hand side you have -17 and 7. This should be written as -170 plus 7. You will get the answer as -163. So here -163. Now you can see that on the right hand side you have a negative number, -163. So what should we do? Subtract -1 on the left hand side and add the divisor on the right hand side, 114. So 73 minus 1 is 72 and -163 plus 114 will give us -49. Again on the right hand side still we have negative number. So again subtract -1 on the left hand side and add the divisor on the right hand side. 72 minus 1 is 71 and -49 plus 114 will give us 65. So 71 is the quotient and 65 is the remainder. Now let's discuss case number 4, where divisor is not so close to any base. For example, I need to divide 1359 with 242. Here you can see that this 242 is not close to any of the base. 242 is far from 1000 and it is close to 100 but not so close. In that case, we have to multiply this divisor 242 with a suitable number so that we can make it closer to the base number. So here let's multiply 242 with 4. So we get 968, which is very close to 1000, isn't it? So now let's consider this 242 as divisor 1 and 968 is our new divisor, that is divisor number 2. So now I'll write here base is 1000 and divisor 2 is 968 and the difference, that is 1000 minus 968, we get 032. Now base is having 3 zeros, so therefore 359 we have to write it on the right hand side and this 1 has to be written on the left hand side. On the left hand side there is only one number, so I leave one line and then draw a horizontal line. Now we will drop this one down. Now multiplying this one with 032. So putting a cross mark here, 1 into 032, that is 032. Now adding these two numbers. So 9 plus 12 is 11, 1, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 3. So 391 is what we got. Now what we should do is, in the quotient we got 1, but initially we have multiplied 242 by 4. So therefore here we have to multiply this one with 4. So 1 into 4, we get here 4 and the remainder we get it as 391. Here we should understand that when we divide with the divisor 2, we get the quotient as 1 and when we divide with 242, we get the quotient as 4. That's the meaning. Now our original divisor is 242. And here you can observe that this 391 is greater than 242. That means still we can divide. So therefore add 1 to the quotient and subtract 242 from the remainder 391. So what we get here is remainder is 4 plus 1, that is 5, and 391 minus 242 we will get 149. So the final quotient is 5 and final remainder is 149. So whenever the divisors are not so close to the base numbers, we have to multiply them with suitable numbers and make them closer to the base numbers. But we should not forget to multiply the quotients with our chosen suitable numbers at the end. Let's take another example. Let's say 8674 divided by 33. Now pause the video and try to find the solution on your own. Start. Done? Okay. Let's check the answer. Here the divisor is 33. So what is the base number that we'll consider? It is close to 10 but is not so close to 10. And it is far from 100. So best thing that we can do is this 33 we can multiply it with the 3. Then we get 99, which is very close to 100. So therefore we will take 100 as the base and our new divisor, that is divisor 2, is 99. So 100 minus 99 we get 0, 1 as the difference. Now the base is having 2 zeros, so 2 of the digits 74 should be written on the right hand side and 86 has to be written on the left hand side. Now left hand side there are 2 numbers, so I leave 2 lines and then draw a horizontal line. Now first taking 8 down. Now multiplying 8 with the difference 0, 1. So put a cross mark here. 8 into 0, 0, 8 ones are 8 and put 0 here. Next we need to add 6 plus 0. So 6 plus 0 is 6. Now again put 2 cross marks. Now multiplying 6 with the difference 0, 1. So 6, 0, 0, 6 ones are 6. Now adding these digits. 6 plus 4 is 10, 1, 8, 7, 1. 8, 8 is 16, 160. So once we have done this, now what we should do? Initially we have multiplied 3 with the divisor. So therefore here also we have to multiply 3 with, so that would be 86 into 3. We get it as 258. And here we got 160. So here if we divide the dividend 8674 with 99, we get 86 as the quotient. And if we divide the same number with 33, our divisor 1, we get 258 as the quotient. That's the understanding. Now here I'll write our original divisor, that is 33. Here you can observe that still this 160 is quite greater than 33, so it is still divisible. And this 160 goes 4 times with 33. So 33 into 4, we get 4 3s is 12, 1 4 3s is 12, 13. So 132. 33 into 5 will be 165, which is greater than 160. So we'll add here plus 4. Plus 4 we'll add to the quotient. And 33 into 4 is 132. We have to subtract it from the 160. So this is 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 plus 1. 5 plus 1 is 6, 2. 262 is the quotient. And 160 minus 132 will get 28. So 262 is the quotient and 28 is the remainder. So that's all for now. I hope this video is helpful to you. I'll meet you in my next video.